What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. The Denver Broncos took on the Detroit Lions. Man, let's just jump right in and talk about it. You know how we do.
If this world were mine.
So the Denver Broncos up in Detroit taking on the Lions. Definitely, if you saw the preview video, you heard me say what I thought the points of importance were for the Broncos. And then you also heard me say about Sean Payton feeling himself. You saw some of those things play out. It didn't feel like the Broncos really were dedicated to establishing the run, so you didn't have to force the Lions to be committed to stopping the run. The Lions did a really good job of utilizing some of the things the Texans did, kind of switching up some of the things that they like to do on defense, and they blitzed way more. They blitzed a lot more. You know, you heard their coach say that after their last game that he really challenged the team to be a little more aggressive, to have a little more sense of urgency. And you can see that in the way that they played. The Broncos were the opposite. The Broncos didn't have sense of urgency. The execution wasn't good. They were kind of playing uncertain. And the Lions took advantage of that. They had the defense on their heels. The Broncos defense were out of position, more times than not. And the Lions were able to take advantage of that. You can see as a result what took place, not just from the score, but from, what happened on the sideline. Nobody really knows what Sean Payton was yelling at Russ about. But again, in those situations, there's a lot of pressure. Playoffs are on the line, and it looks like Coach Payton expected a lot, and the Broncos just didn't play to those expectations. He has to take a lot of responsibility for that because, like I said, can't be feeling yourself too much and then just say, okay, we're playing a certain way now. Now let's do what I really want to do. You got to still move your team along properly. Probably should have kept doing the things that got you there. But if you saw the game, you saw that he was really trying to get cute with some of these plays, man. And like I said, you don't want to put so much on Russ to the point to where you got Sean Payton using him as the scapegoat on the sideline. But that's your fault for putting all that on Russ. You know you don't need to put all of that on Russ. Russ is not Drew Brees in the sense of he's not going to drop back and pick the defense apart, throwing 40 times a game. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, what part of that don't you understand? You were able to find some success utilizing Russ as a game manager, quote unquote, as you hear the talk between game changers and game managers. But you've been finding success utilizing Russ as a game manager. Why are you trying to force him to be a game changer? You have game changers on your team. McLaughlin, Sutton, Judy, Javonte. Utilize them at all costs, all the time. But don't just rely on Russ just because you feeling good and now you think you're at the point he can utilize your playbook the way you want him to. No. Still understand how you need to do things until you see the proof that you can do things in different ways. The Broncos been playing well, simplifying their game plan offensively and utilizing their defense in good field position situations to keep that advantage. I mean, that's not the most intricate or complex of game plans, but nonetheless, it's effective. It's been effective. You have to force teams to make a choice and commit to stopping the run when you're dedicated to that. And that's just how the Broncos have to play right now, or that's how they should have been playing in this game versus the Lions. But you can't get cute and get to thinking that you can just have Russ drop back and pick a defense apart. Coach Payton has to look at himself and stop putting Russ in those situations. Know who the heck you got. Know your personnel. Like, it seems like I thought you did. I thought you were understanding exactly what your personnel was, but it's not going to change just because you wanted to, So you see the results. So you see the frustrations. I mean, but he got to look at himself. So we'll see what happens in this next game on Christmas Eve for the Broncos and if they can regain that focus again and get another victory. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Denver Broncos in this game with the Detroit Lions. So I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.
If this world were mine.